If you're joining from YouTube, welcome in, and welcome back to the Dan Cave. And we're going to be talking about Riff Raid. So this was just announced the other day with the global launch trailer. So if you guys have seen it or haven't seen it, let me know. But essentially, the one thing we have been missing from Mirrorverse is something to do with our alliances, right? So right now, we've got, you know, we've got some stuff with the alliance. We can do dungeons together, and we can do our dailies. That's about it. We can communicate. We always hang out on Discord anyway, but we don't really have a mode currently that kind of pushes us into there, right? We don't really have anything that helps us with that. So we've got this new mode we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna put the tinfoil hat on. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see. So good question in chat. Where should you join to support? If you want to support, you can either support here. You can sub here on Twitch, which is great. It helps me out as well. Or later next week, we'll have the YouTube memberships going on, so you guys can sub there. I'll probably do something where both, again, if we do like a private stream or something, both subs will get opportunities to that. But so it's preference, whichever one you prefer. If you like to do the Twitch thing, or like I said, next week we'll have the YouTube thing set up and going. So either way for the support. Appreciate all the support you guys do, whether it's bits, subs, or subs over on YouTube coming, or memberships on YouTube going forward. No problem, Dom. I appreciate you for hanging out, man. All right, so let's talk about Riff Raids, guys. This is the mode that we've been asking about, and I'm curious in the chat if you guys have thoughts around this, maybe things that you picked up on while they were talking about this or afterwards. Let me know. So the video they post on YouTube, it's still on YouTube, so you can check it out. But there's some cool artwork in here, and you can see here we've got the main boss island, we've got satellite boss islands, and we've got minion islands as it goes through. We've got some other pieces here which are really cool. And honestly, guys, what I'm thinking we're seeing here, and as we kind of continue through, right, I'm thinking what we're seeing in this picture, right? No, this picture, not that picture. Stop where I want you to stop. There we go. That picture. So these are the minion nodes, right? The outside ones are the minion nodes. We got the mini boss and we got the big boss in the center. And so I'm thinking here, what we're gonna get is these boss fights. We may actually get some kind of like one-on-one with a big enemy. So think of like a big raid in the middle. Now, to me, that seems pretty cool, but it's going to open up our guardians. Now, we talked about this on the last couple streams. I don't know about the coloring. I don't know if this means we've got like some melee. We've got range up here, tank, and support. It doesn't make sense that we have kind of purple on this outside unless we're getting some new role or something. But even if we're getting a role, I just don't understand why green would be in the middle as a support or something like that. So I don't really know if the colors fully go back to the kind of roles that need to be used there, or if these are just kind of like maybe they're bonuses for those roles, or something around there. But I think it's really cool in the fact that there's gonna be a lot of little battles, and you're gonna have to work with your alliance to take these battles down. So I'm assuming you're gonna have to work through the nodes. Once all the nodes are down, you can take on the mini boss. And we don't know if they are like multiple nodes, right? Like this one had 6 and now it has 2 because they beat them, or if they just start out with a random amount. So Captain, you're saying the elementals, and yeah, and I do think that they are the Titanborns, or the elemental Titanborns, because they've just done so much in the story with the Titanborns, which is the reason why I think Ana may be better. I think it may be another reason why we're seeing Ana come back around so early. If you guys were in beta, we just had the Ana event, and then it just came back around. So I could see so many good characters in here, like you're saying, Spellrex, to have Aladdin, Minnie, Herc, Ursula also wants a single target. There could be way more uses for these characters that we're just not using today as much. What's up, Ragnarok? Appreciate you stopping in. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm super excited about it. Again, the coolest part is kind of seeing the artwork here with the main boss and the satellite bosses. The other thing, if you guys didn't see, right, we talked with the developers, and we talked with the community managers, and they mentioned like the inner office competition. And so they kind of said that you're going to be going against another alliance. I don't know if this is 1v1, like one alliance versus one alliance, or if it's just like a free-for-all first alliance to do it. It sounded like it was kind of like a one versus one alliance. And so we don't know, because again, if they're doing it internally, I imagine their team is not necessarily small, but their team is probably 40 people or something. So they probably have two alliances kind of battling each other. Maybe they divided into a couple, but it sounded more like it was one alliance versus another alliance. And it was kind of like maybe either the first one to get to the main boss, or maybe you have two different Riff raids, and like whoever defeats their Riff raid first, which would be cool. But yeah, I mean, like I could see that being really cool if you're having to do it at the same time, right? Like you're having to both compete at the same time and see who can make it to the middle, maybe who can take down the most nodes first into the mini monsters or the mini bosses into the main boss. I don't know, like, but I think that that's really fun. And I think that, we look at other games that we played, and again, coming from the DSA world, raids are fun. Raids are one of the last pieces that are really hanging people on the game right now. But then like Club Conquest, which is that alliance versus alliance mode, is bad. Like it isn't fun. It's the same old every single time. But like this is taking those two modes and putting them together, and I just feel like it's like, oh my gosh, that it's gonna be amazing. It feels like it should be amazing, to where we're gonna be able to get in here with your alliance, work together to try to race another alliance to take down a raid, essentially. And as long as pairing and everything works out fine, right? Of course, that'll be an adjustment that they're going to have to figure out as they go. So you don't have like a ton of beta players versus brand new players or whatever, which I'm sure they can do based on, your power levels of your accounts and stuff. But I think it'd be like a ton of fun, to where you can kind of do that. So we'll see. Question out there. Do you think devs are thinking long-term? The last two games I played lasted for 8 to 14 months. Yeah. So I mean, they did have some interviews, and they said that at global launch they already have 18 months planned of work. So that means if they've already got that planned out, they're already planning beyond that now that they've already started into that amount of work. So yeah, I think most definitely this is a long-term thing. I mean, you got to think of the fact that they're investing in a creator program. A content creator program. They're investing in featured streamers, which were going on earlier today. They've got the Todd McFarlane line of toys that are associated with the game. Again, we looked at their website earlier and everything they've done there. There's a lot that they've done. So let's see what you said, Spellrex. What if the alliance who reached the center first became the team in power, king of the middle? So kind of like a king of the hill, then other teams around go battle and knock out. See, I think that would be cool too. Like as you take on like the mini bosses in the center, like you're fighting over it, and it's king of the hill style for points. I could see that be real interesting. Now the one, again, I'm always one of those people, because I come from the tech world. I'm a business analyst by nature, so I'm looking at all the different aspects. The only thing that may be difficult with this mode is going to be timing. So when is this event going to run? Is this event going to run every Saturday at a particular time? And what does that do with time zones? Is this going to be something that you queue up for, and everybody in the alliance queues up, and you say, okay, everybody's going to do it on this day, let's see if we can find an alliance? I am curious around that aspect of it, because that could be a factor when you're looking at joining an alliance. And so when you join an alliance, you figure out like how dedicated are you in this, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I could see that too, kind of a king of the hill. You need to hold it. And I could see it the two different ways. I could see it the one way where you both have your own rift It's whoever beats their Riff first, which you need to be able to see what they're doing, I guess, to make that competitiveness. So I do think it's more like what you're saying, and more likely you're on the same one, and you're seeing who can do it first. I appreciate the follow. We got all the follows coming in, working our way up to 1,000 follows. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. We're like just around 20 more, and then we'll hit all our 1,000 followers. So again, appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it. There's also another piece of art in here with this, so you can see, and this is what kind of leads me to believe, like maybe we've got, like, you know, here's our big boss Sully. He's got like either 1 health left, or you know, maybe one of the teams have taken one of the spots or something. Maybe it's kind of like a I don't know, it's like a Connect 4 or anything, but like maybe you have to beat so many, and whoever beats the most per node gets it. So like if you all focus on one, you know, if you had everybody focus on this one, maybe you take this one, but because the other alliance is spreading out their attacks, they're going to be able to take more down because they're going to win, you know, 4 of the 6 or something like that. I don't know, but this kind of shows me a little bit more than the other screen, just because we've got the mini bosses, we've got the main boss, we've got the little nodes around it, right? You can, I don't know exactly what this 4 is. Maybe there's 4 teams left. Maybe you took down 4 teams. Again, each of these has a star, so I don't know what that star node is. I think maybe if my eyes were better. What is this? All right, so this one's selected. This one's active. And then this one's completed. So if we go back, so these are selected. Yeah, so it's almost like you're targeting. You're saying go after this one. This is completed, and this one's active. So they've completed this, and it has a 4. Maybe this is like how many teams are left. So the completed one, this one has 4 still. I don't know. I'm guessing here, but this one says 4 and it's completed. This one says 4 is completed. That one says 4 and it's active, and that one says 3 and it's completed. So maybe there are different randomized teams, if that's what the 4 means. Star might be the alliances, and the shield look like the defenses when they attack each other. Yeah, that could be potential as well. Yeah, I'm interested in what the numbers are. The shields are on all of them, and they're all the same. So there's, whether it's completed or not, there's no difference in the shield. I was hoping that maybe the shield did something else. Maybe the alliances are going to get like a crest or something, and maybe that's the alliance crest. I'm making stuff up, but we're tinfoil hatting, guys. We're gonna come up with something cool. Yeah, I mean, I like it. You can see the main boss here, right? And he's got 1 here. Whether that means he's got 1 that's been defeated. Maybe he's got 1 of his health bars left. As you're trying to race. But I think that this is the mode that I'm the most excited for, because I love the little things. I love dungeons. I love you know, towers are pretty cool, especially the first few times that you're doing them. They do get repetitive, but it's fine. Lots of materials in there. But I think that this is the mode that brings us into the game as a community, if that makes sense. Like we get to a point where we're on Discord saying, okay, who's going to be on for this? Who, you know, maybe this is where we get that online Discord chat going, right? Like your club is in the Discord chat when you're talking through, okay, let's attack here and there. It's things that we used to do in the other games when we first started the other games, right? Like, and I think that that's what this becomes. It becomes that community aspect of it. So I really think it's gonna be a ton of fun. And again, the artwork, even this artwork looks amazing for what we can see. I'm still curious, you know, what the coloring means. When we got like this purple, the purple's throwing me off, man. If the purple was in the middle, I would 100% say that the 4 outsides of the rolls and your big, you know, fractured raid boss is in the middle. So that'll be interesting. I'm also curious if this Sully is placeholder, because I would love to see a specific Guardian in here. Yeah, I think that would be really cool if that's what it was, like the Alliance crest, like you were saying, and you could see like the different alliances there. But again, appreciate that follow. We're working our way up. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing, like having Sully on all these, I would have like imagined, and again, this could be test art, this could be just something they threw out there as they were concepting it. But I would like to see on each of these nodes, I'd like to see a different Fractured Guardian. And then honestly, in the middle one, I want to see something like crazy. I want to see like Tamatoa. I want to see Ka. I want to see or not Ka, Taka. Or I want to see who else? Big. I want to see somebody big like Cerberus. I don't want to see the Titans. Well, I mean, I guess, because I mean, again, this could still be the Titanborns. There's a lot of story through here with Titanborns. It could be the Titans from Hercules. I know it's just going to look like the other game, but you know, we could have I don't know, like even like Maleficent's in the game, so it couldn't be like the Maleficent dragon, but yeah, I don't know, like there could be some really cool characters that are just too big to be Guardians that you could put on these middle big boss fights. So we'll have to see what they're going to do when we actually get into it. And again, we don't really know when it's going to release. I hope that we'll see something in July. My gut is August, but I also know that with the way people are playing the game right now, end of July, we're going to start to see the same thing that some of the beta players saw, where you're in there and you're grinding, and there's certain days you got a lot to do, and there's certain days you have nothing to do outside of like Moat Farm. So I'm hoping that we get more teases of this in July. I'm sure we will. And again, I would love to see this in July. My gut tells me it's like 1st of August, but it wouldn't surprise me if it came in July. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I really can't wait to see if we get some kind of, you know, other crazy drops around this, maybe even a video of it. Again, what the guys are putting out in content on their side is awesome as well when it comes to video content. So would love to see maybe some, like they mentioned, in the office doing all that. You know, seeing them playing this in the office would be a ton of fun. It's just like a little skit or whatever as a teaser would be a cool little video. So we'll see what they're gonna do, but super excited about this mode. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it as well. Maybe what you think those shields are, what these node colorings mean, anything like that. And we'll keep you guys posted as we learn more information. We'll do follow-up videos and things like that. But appreciate you guys, and y'all take it easy.